All right, let's go get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Arcane Weaver. Now, I will say by default, the Arcane Weaver isn't exactly my favorite character, or hasn't been for a very long time, mostly because I find that the Arcane Weaver really doesn't have access to the strongest skills that an Arcane wielding opponent or character might have access to. That's something I'm looking to fix today. Plus that, with the buffs to Elemental Power, I would actually believe that maybe we might have ourselves a threat on our hands if we give her the right tools, which is what we're going to be doing. So, this is going to be a Radiance / Brittle build, and if you know anything about Radiance and Brittle, you know that those things can be absolutely devastating when combined together. With that being said, we are going to be using the Arcane Staff. I currently have a plus 14, which gives me a static negative 10 health modifier, 42% extra damage, 75% extra experience, and 28% extra area on all my skills. We're going to be dropping Arcane Missiles because this skill is kind of doo-doo, I'm going to be completely honest. And the artifact power is Mana Beam. It basically summons down little crystal turrets, but draw lines between you and those turrets. Anything between you and those turrets does brittle damage. Pretty good. The first skill that we're actually going to be keeping is Arcane Explosions. Summons a large explosion that does damage based on your brittle stacks. Gives us Radiance. Radiance, basically after we stack Radiance a little bit, it's going to pop, do a heavy directed attack in a direction, and applying fragility to enemies. That's a very nice thing to happen. The second thing we're going to be taking is Arcane Disc. Hurls an Arcane Disc in target direction, returns to you, causing damage, gain Radiance, traits Piercing, meaning that the skill will deal 20% extra damage for each target they hit directly. The last skill we're actually going to be taking from the Arcane Weaver skill list is Arcane Build Beam, because it does give us brittle stacks, and that's going to be really nice as well. After that, everything else is going to be applied by our runes. We are taking a Skill Mastery Arcane in this instance, and the skills we're going to be taking are Crystal Shard. It does damage around us and applies brittle. Then we have Resonating Crystal, which does damage based on the brittle stacks we have on enemies, both of which still also apply Radiance, which is nice. And then Runic Ember, because this skill is also disgusting. These two abilities right here come from the Machinist, and this skill right here comes from the legendary weapon of the Pyromancer. And these are inherently some of the strongest skills in the game for Arcane. I'm just going to be honest about that. The Reroll Mastery is the other rune we're going to be taking, and Weapon Expert. Even though we're dropping Arcane Missiles, I still want to have two skills just to make the beginning a little bit easier. As far as our Tenacity runes go, I'm going to take in Divine Legacy, Efficiency Focus, so we can reduce the stacks required to make Radiance proc, Elemental Power, because we get increased damage with our Radiance by 200%, and Advanced Tactics. If you want to take something else other than Advanced Tactics, you're more than happy to do so. This is what I feel. Actually, you know what? You could take Advanced Tactics, but maybe I want to take Shattered, because while we don't have anything that applies Shattered right off the bat, I do plan on taking Shattered from Brokenth, so that might actually be pretty strong. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to swap those out. But that being said, we're going to jump into Titan Hunt here. So if you like this sort of content, you want to see more builds like this, make sure you are like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the build. And yeah. Oh, I jumped into the wrong game mode. Give me a second, and we'll hop into the right one. All right, now we are in the correct game mode. I apologize about that. Misclick. It happens. It's been a weird day. I've actually tried a couple of different builds with a couple of different characters. They haven't exactly popped off the way that I want them to. But I have high hopes, because I'm really hoping that a Radiant build could be very strong, given the buff to the Elemental Power builds. And I really want something to be strong that isn't just Burn, Poison, Doom, Bleed, that sort of thing. I think it's time for other builds to have their day in the sun. So let's go through here. Oh, we got Crystal Shard already. This is definitely one of the stronger skills to have. Releases a Crystal Shard that rotates around you, that causes damage, and applies brittle. Nice. Yeah, as soon as we get this one, we're going to be feeling pretty nice already. You can see those Crystal Shards already starting to decimate foes. Multicast on Crystal Shard. Absolutely. This is going to give us a lot of clear potential, honestly. Runic Ember, another one of our very, very strong skills to apply. Is really good. Damage increase of our Arcane skills. You cannot hope for better. This is absolutely going 100% better than my previous run. Ooh. Another damage increase to Arcane Missiles, Crystal Shards, Runic Embers. Don't really care about Arcane Missiles per se, but the other ones, not so bad. Arcane Disc. That's going to be nice. Multicast. Let's go ahead and get that multicast in there. Area of effect. Absolutely. And then, let's see. What are we looking for? Resonating Crystals. Does damage based on the stacks of brittle we have. That's going to be awesome. Damage increase of Resonating Crystals. Yes, please and thank you. Multicast. Sure. We definitely need to get our cast frequency up as well. Let's see. Last but not least, we have Arcane Beam replacing Arcane Missiles. And we are full build. Let's go ahead and increase the damage of our arcane abilities there and start working our way towards that objective. I'm going to take the extra health. I'm going to try to refrain from using any more rerolls temporarily until I can get a couple more rerolls under my belt. Turn off active skills. Let's go with multicast. I don't really plan on taking a lot of crit chance. I don't think crit chance really affects this that much. I mean, it does, don't get me wrong. Crit chance is always helpful. But I honestly think we're going to get the most out of just buffing the damage of our skills, as well as working on cast frequency and multicast. I am going to take some block power here. I will take the defensive traits here because the problem with the Arcane Weaver is you tend to be a little bit on the squishy side. I'm going to go ahead and work my way over here. We have an epic objective. We aren't going to be locking every single time we see these, by the way. Mostly because of the fact that we only have a finite number of locks. I am going to lock this one and take this one, and that's it. I don't have endless refill, so I don't have access to constant locks every time we get to a new map, so I will have to be kind of picky choosy about what we take. No, we'll stick with multicast Crystal Shard. We won't lock anything there. Take some extra armor. There we go. The epic objective down. I am going to take movement. Area effect of resonating crystals, sure. Let's see. Reroll damage increase at 30% of all of our arcane skills, sure, absolutely. We'll turn down visibility of our skills as well. I'll take some magnetic. Attack speed of Runic Ember. Let's see, what is our crit chance at? 48%, that's still not bad. I'm gonna take that Merciless there. I can really gonna go one way or the other, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get both of them. Ooh. That's nice. Let's go ahead and head on to our next objective. We're gonna head over to this epic one. It looks like it's Void Lords. Let's see how it stacks up against the Void Lords so far. I always hate it when the fire dude sits in the corner with a patch of fire behind him. It's hard to dash behind him when he does that. Oh, I couldn't get that mana crystal there. Powerful strikes. Can we dodge this flamethrower damage? Yes, we can. There we go. Almost another one down. Relentless, please and thank you. Where is our... There we go. Damage increase on Arcane Explosions. We'll take it. Area effect, multicast. Let's go with multicast. Reroll. I'll take the Merciless. Multicast. 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 Absolutely. Increasing the chances of us casting our spells is nice, but we need to get our cast frequency up as well. Because the more we cast, the more that multicast is going to pop. There we go. Damage increased of Crystal Shard. I think that's going to be a pretty good, decent one as well. Reroll here. I'd really like to get some more movement speed and some more health at some point. Go ahead and take up this objective right here. Sandscale Riders. This should be a fairly quick one to do. I want to get the extra health. There we go. Ooh, looks like we have just having to wait out death here, essentially. This will be nice. A little bit of a relaxing one. Just don't get stuck on any furniture. Take some movement. Alright, and we'll head on down to this uncommon objective, and that should be it. Actually, we have a rare objective right here we could take. More Void Lords. Should be fine. Multicast on the Crystal Shard. I got stuck on a wall there. That was fun. So many mana crystals around, I can't even pick them up. Let's do that one. I would really like a third dash, that'd be nice. Alright, Relentless, there we go. That's nice. This is exciting. I really hate this guy with the Arcane Weaver. If we don't watch out, this guy will one-shot me. It's easy to die against this guy, in my opinion. Those area effects are pretty brutal. Ooh, we lost half our health there for almost absolutely nothing. Move out of that. Oh my god. I don't like it. There he goes. Oh my god, that could have been close. So much health. He's so healthy. He's a healthy boy. Now that we have the Shattered for the armor reduction, we can then look to... I think we're going to go Valkage and Vyvolt. I really want to go to them because I would like to get a buff to our Radiance. Which is anytime we cause Radiance, there's a chance that you'll actually cause Finesse. Which should really work in our favor. I'm going to take some Magnetic here. Ooh. I want more mobility. That's the bad thing about not having dash mastery. Just not being able to get out of some of those AoEs that like Bro was throwing at us. We could probably gotten out of this a lot easier if we had access to dash mastery. But I'm trying to use abilities or use rune sets that don't give us dash mastery on purpose. Honestly, I think it's worth taking dash mastery a lot of the times, but you know, it's just more of a way to vary up the builds. Some people never even look at it. Gotta need the movement. There we go. Damage is feeling pretty nice. Attack speed. Agile. Sucks that the Agile's been coming to us 10% at a time. Relentless. Definitely need some more cast frequency. There we go. Area effect of crystal shards and resonating crystals? Absolutely. Oh, there we go. We got a 20% boost to our movement. Alright, multicast, sure. So flashy. I guess we can take some lethality. I'm trying to save up some of my rerolls here. Let's take some relentless. We need to grab some more cast frequency. I want to stand here for the XP crystal, and then I'll take on one of these epic objectives and go meet Valkage and Vyvolt. I am gonna reroll here again. Man, infusion. I didn't want to waste another one, or it would have rolled again, honestly. Not that any of those options were bad, I just wanted better. Yes, I will take the 30 extra health. Need it. Alright, block power it is. We're gonna go with attack speed. That is cast frequency. Magnetic. And this will get us to Valkage and Vyvolt. Area effect, yes. I'll go with relentless. I'm actually gonna lock this one, take the damage increase. There we go. Reduce the amount of mana consumed, sure. Unbreakable. Area effect, sure. Now to see how we do here. I'm really concerned about fighting like any of the Void Lords as an Arcane Weaver, especially without dash mastery. The sucky part is having to like dash twice out of the big AoE. I'll turn down my visibility here. Let's do Merciless. Oh my god, we got hit by that. It wasn't a kill, but it's pretty damn close is what it was. Let's do Magnetic. The additional movement speed from having our Runic Power active is really nice. I lost a life there. I should have dashed twice. I knew better. Take the agility. Alright, there's one down. We'll take the block power. Alright, he goes down. And we are actually going to take Radiance, triggers Finesse. Although I am tempted to Shattered for Prowess, but I want to do this as a casting build. And we're already building a lot of Radiance, so we should be building a lot of multicast as well. From here, we're going to go to Miz for Exposed. And hopefully combining our powers of Shattered as well as Radiance, we should have a whole bunch of multicast just being absolutely built. Take some extra armor. Increase the frequency of your mana crystal. You know, I'm actually going to go for the health. Damage increase of Crystal Shard, Runic Ember, Arcane Discs. Yes. Let's see. Mana Infusion, sure. I'm going to take extra health. I need to start taking even the common options for health just to build up more health. I want to be above 300 points. Ideally, I'd love to be above 200 points or 400 points. Do Merciless here. I'm not really too worried about cast frequency too much, just because even at like 40% crit chance, we should still be able to crit reliably well given how much we're actually casting. This is really what my thought process on it right now. We're at 56. It's actually not bad. I'll take a little bit of lethality here. So even 50% of our attacks are critting. We're still hitting for a crap ton of damage. We'll do Magnetic. Let's see. Damage increase of Crystal Shards. Trying to see where our Crystal Shards were. They actually kind of hard to see with the visibility turned down so low. But from about right here is where we're actually buzzsawing enemy a bit, so that's nice. Multicast. Lethality. Where are all the health options? Magnetic. I don't really think we need to worry about area of effect anymore. So I'm not going to be taking area anymore if I can avoid it. Extra health. Nice. Okay. 335 health. That's pretty nice. Crystal Shards is tearing everything apart. That's pretty nice. Don't really want to worry about any of that. Area effects. You got a lot of multicasters. Are there no damage ones? Alright. Multicast of crystal shards then it is. Ooh. I want to take the health. Probably should have taken the magnet first, because, ooh. I'm going to take the magnet first, and then we'll get the health. Let us have a redo on that one. Jesus, there's all the health buffs. Wow, okay. I think we just gained like 90 health. Not going to complain at all. We got some vultures down here. Yeah, and just wiggle around that outside right here. Oh, treasure goblin. Magnetic. Damage increase of all of our arcane abilities by an additional 30%. He did. Feels nice. Some movement, yes. Let's see, let's go ahead and... the amount of mana we gain from those crystals. Damage increase, or attack speed of crystal shards, sure. Let's go ahead and go with the Merciless. Oh, we got a treasure chest down here as well. Extra health. Are we going to have over 500 health in this build for the Arcane Weaver? That'd be nice. Probably still going to get one tapped by something, but it'll at least look nice. Attack speed of Arcane Beam, I can do that. Relentless. I'm actually going to go with Relentless here, believe it or not. More Relentless. Only common objectives on the map, minus this one at the bottom. So I guess we're tackling this. Ooh. That feels nice. Let's see. I am going to go with the reroll here. I'll take some health, and then we'll hold on to a reroll. Got some scorpions. Damage increase of resonating and arcane beam? Yes. Crit damage. Only common objectives still. Presence of the void. Just gotta avoid death here. There's another treasure chest over here for XP. I'm not really concerned about it. And done. There's that one. Alright, give me not a common objective, please and thank you. The game said nah. Oh, we have a rare Void Lords here. I didn't even notice that there's a objective here because it was sitting on top of a crystal. I'll do attack speed. I'll turn down my visibility a little bit here. There we go. One at least. About to be two. Three. Kathaz is last. Runic Ember. Or all of them. All of them.
Momentum is power. Keep
Relentless. Nice. Okay. I think we're in a pretty good place right now. This is the best I could have hoped for. I'm curious to know which skill is actually going to end up doing the most damage. It's either going to be I can't remember if it's resonating or crystal shards. Which one of those does the most? But I do know they're both heavy hitters, or have the chance to be heavy hitters. Turn down visibility here entirely to 0, just so we can see what's happening. Cast frequency. Oh my god, we got... What did hit us there for that second tick? That skill is such BS. I hate that radial attack so much. You'd think I know better by now, and I just dodge out of it, but I don't. Because I'm an idiot. Alright. Relentless. Got to roll out of that. I almost sacrificed 8 mans. Get the hell out of my way, scorpions. Get body blocked pretty hard. Oh boy, do I hate that skill. It's so slow. Damage increase. Oh god. That's thread the needle. Come on now. Why are you so much health? Oh no 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 no! Damn it! It really wasn't gonna go any other way, was it? Come on. I'll go that way. Let's see. Lethality. Sure. And dead. Okay. Kind of feel sucky that we lost some health there. Or a life, really. Oh, we got a treasure room. I forgot about that. Alright, see how many levels we can get out of this. 15 to 20?
No.
We got 75% extra experience from the staff, so... Got 7 levels already. That's nice. Jesus, look at the range of the XP that we're being able to magnet up. Alright, so we got 17 levels out of that. That's between 15 and 20. That was a lot better than I imagined. Or that's about what I imagined, so that's good. Relentless, Merciless, multicast, damage increase. I really just want to get some health. I'll take a nerf to my movement. I think we got a lot of movement. Let's see there. Some block. Some health. Block that. Take that. Block this. Take this. Take this. Health. damage increase. Yes. Extra block. Damage reduction. And I'll take powerful strikes. There we go. 530 health points is actually quite a decent chunk of health. From here, we are going to go to Midorahk. Alright, now that we've killed Miz, I'll go ahead and turn my effects back up. Yeah, we're absolutely shredding now. Not that we weren't before, but we got 17 extra levels right there. That felt nice. Let's go then towards our first objective. Archaic beetles, scarabs, whatever they're called. Archaic scarabs. I was right. We said the same thing. The XP. Corrupt mages. Getting deleted. That felt good as well. Okay, so our shredding potential is starting to beef up a bit. How does that stack up against Void Lords? I don't know, it seems to be stacking up pretty good. There we go. Ooh, maybe. Nice. We were to keep a fair bit of distance there and take him out. I'm gonna go with the block power. I do love seeing that mana reduction on use. Like, it's draining fairly slow compared to what it used to be. We'll go with a little bit of extra armor. I'll go with the extra damage. Looks like we have a epic objective in the corner. What is it? Corrupted workers? Or corrupted enemies? Corrupted something. It's always corrupted. Mages, workers, enemies. They're all enemies. Alright, go ahead and grab this mana crystal. Grab this mana crystal. This one's corrupted protectors. Alright. I imagine this one can go either one way or the other fairly easily, depending on my ability to see the poison on the ground. So I'll turn my visibility down to 0.1 and see what happens here. Powerful strikes. There's a lot of poison on the floor in there. Ooh. Block that. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the AoE attack. Shredding through his health pretty effectively, I think. go ahead and generate these mana crystals for ourselves. Dead. Okay, yeah, no, that was actually the fastest we've taken down an enemy, I think. We're going to grab some, a little bit more health. And here's where we're actually going to grab Fragility. Actually, it leads into Radiance. It's going to feed into each other. So that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and teleport here. And hopefully we have some luck making it all the way to whatever boss we fight. I can't remember who you fight at the 4th level. I don't think it's the Houndmaster. I think the last one we fought was the Barbarian. But oh well. Let's turn this up to 0.3. Gives me at least some idea of what I'm doing, and I can still see the ground for the most part until we start getting to the Void Lords or the bosses. Let's see. Reroll. Take the armor. Does that say 1,800 stacks of finesse? That's crazy. 30% bonus to our arcane damage. $4,000 something stacks of Radiance. It's got to have 130 something billion health. Damage increase. Jesus. All right. Does that say 7,400 stacks? That's Radiance, right? Yeah, that's Radiance. $620 health. Okay, this started off not so great, but we've slowly built it up. I think that going Midorahk for the Fragility and Radiance, and the Radiance into Finesse, was definitely a smart play. It feels good now. Just gotta tweak our numbers a bit. Corrupted enemies. It should be gone. Another 30% damage bonus. Multicast crystal shards. Mana infusion. Crystal shards damage bonus. Guess we'll head for this one up here. I'm pretty sure that says 13,000 stacks. 14. Am I reading? That is Radiance, right? That is the symbol for Radiance. Yeah, no, that's disgusting. And it's still climbing. Jesus. Can we get to 17,000? That'd be awesome. 17, yeah, we are. Oh, and unfortunately it ends because we got we got to the boss. 17,789 stacks of Radiance being built. And it's staying there. I don't know if I glitched out the game or whatever, but I still like it. I enjoy it. I'm gonna turn down my visibility here. Health. Oh shit, I hit that. Not good. And I don't have any other lives left. I'm not gonna lie. I am still gonna post this, even though it's a failure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go back through this and try it again. And I want this to be a win. I'm actually surprised at the amount of damage that Runic Ember was actually coming out on top. That's crazy to me. It looks like we need to definitely boost up some resonating crystals a little bit further. But overall, I actually really had a lot of fun with this build. It started off as slow, but I really kind of believe in this build and that you can get it to work. And I plan on getting it to work. Unfortunately, it was a fail, but I did make my own mistakes there. Honestly, if I had to make one change, I might actually take out Searing Intensity. I think this might have actually caused me some problems. I honestly think this might be one that might be better off having Dash Mastery, just so you can get out of the way of those telegraphed attacks. Because honestly, that's what screwed me up, is that I'm used to dashing so far in a distance. And I do believe that, honestly, if I would have had Dash Mastery, maybe I wouldn't have lost those lives a lot as early as I did. But that being said, that was still the build. I still think it's a fun build to use, and I think it's worth trying out. It's not the fastest build, it's just fun. So again, we did use the Arcane Weaver's Arcane Staff. We paired that with Arcane Explosions, Arcane Beam. We used Arcane Discs, and then for the rune-wise, for the Skill Mastery rune Arcane, we actually chose to use Crystal Shards, Resonating Crystals, and Runic Ember. As far as the other runes, we used Reroll Mastery and Weapon Expert, Divine Legacy, Efficiency Focused, Elemental Power, and I did actually use another rune, but I would definitely swap it out for Dash Mastery if you stay tuned for this far in the video. That being said, if you like this sort of content and to see more videos like this, whether I fail or not, I still think these are worth builds trying out, and I feel like you could definitely succeed on the lower tiers of Titan Hunt with this build. Make sure you stay tuned, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Until next time, you guys take care, and I'll catch you all in my next video.